And now, from Studio 7 in the Freed Center, get ready for the Useless Talent Show! Hosted by David Woodward. On tonight's show, Sonny and Cher, and the Card House Lady. And now, Mr. Useless, David Woodward!
Hi, thank you very much. You're too kind. There's no audience, but you're still all too kind. Really, you are. Yeah. But this is called the Useless Talent Show. My name is David Woodward. This is the 5th show. Yeah, so it's pretty exciting. It really is. And the reason I'm out here is to tell you what we got going on the show and to talk about what's going on in the world. And this is pretty exciting. Just yesterday, the U.S. Department of Health and the Ad Council announced their brand new drug slogan. Anti-drug slogan. It goes like this. It goes like this. This is Cobain. This is drugs. This is Cobain on drugs. Any questions? So it's kind of catchy, catch on. And now since there's been this big anti-smoking campaign because smoking is so unhealthy, I feel it's my duty to warn you about the economic costs of smoking as well. For instance, if you start smoking at age 15 and spend $3 on each pack, by the time you are 25, you will have spent $11,000 on cigarettes alone. By the time you're 65, you will have spent $55,000 on cigarettes alone. And by the time you're 80, you will have spent so much money on cigarettes that you could have gone to Ohio Northern. Yeah, so just wanted to warn you about that. Big health ramifications, big word. That's our word for today. Also in health news, sort of, the annual publication called Kids Count Data Book says that Ohio ranks 10th in the teen births. I don't know what I'm talking about. We're 10th in teen births. Yeah, I found that surprising to be number 10. I mean, I always thought you had to be a baby to be born, not a teenager, but I don't know. And I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, and I thought this was somewhat encouraging. A federal judge has sentenced a Youngstown businessman to 5 years in prison because he was selling truckloads of counterfeit Coca-Cola. Yeah, to store owners, selling it to Florida store owners. Man, do you think we're ever going to get all these bad Coke dealers off the streets? I mean, come on, they're corrupting America. It's just not right. I don't know. And this is, speaking of corrupting America, I understand that last week's Northern Review announced that Student Senate voted to make Tunes on the Tundra a dry event this year. Now, not only have Student Senate members told me that they did not vote on any sort of issue like that, I think I know who the real culprit is. Yeah, see, I guess alcohol was banned from Tunes on the Tundra because Res Life examined it and noticed that kids were having fun. So, yeah, can't have that. And now I think this is amazing. In the area of technology, this is sort of like a Dick Tracy watch. There's a new watch out that uses radio signals that can warn people of traffic accidents up ahead. Yeah. And that isn't all the watch does either. I guess the new watch can receive sports scores. You can get paging messages with it, weather reports, and some of the new watches even have a device that warns you ahead of time when Tom and Roseanne Arnold are about to have marital problems. So we really could use one of those. It's a new technology thing. And this is really big news also. For the first time, astronomers have what they call irrefutable evidence that planets exist outside of our solar system. Yeah. See, Tom Arnold just keeps on claiming he has parents. So that's the only explanation. And things just seem to be getting a little worse over in that Bosnia place over there, which is a shame. NATO has worked out a plan now for intense bombing. I guess it wasn't that hard to think of either. They just called up Chevy Chase and asked him, how you doing? They'll probably call me pretty soon, too. I don't know. And also overseas, things are not looking too good for Michael Fay. Yeah, the American teenager in Singapore. Now, in case you've been locked in a closet for like a month or something and you haven't heard of this Fay guy is going to get lashed 6 times with a cane because he spray painted some cars over in Singapore. Yeah. Turns out that Michael's parents are upset, because getting lashed with a cane is a pretty harsh sentence, But really, I guess that in Singapore, getting lashed with a cane is pretty popular. In fact, it's so popular, getting lashed with a cane in Singapore is so popular that Madonna is requesting a visa. So, pretty popular, I guess. And Barbra Streisand is on her first concert tour in over 27 years. And ticket sales are grossing over $1.5 million for every concert. Can you imagine that? $1.5 million for every concert? Well, maybe now Barbara can finally buy a new nose. Yeah, that'll be exciting. I like that one. Kind of a little rough, but I like it. And if you were lucky enough to, you caught Barney, the Dinosaur's network premiere, primetime premiere on television. It was called Bedtime Barney, Imagination Island. Yeah. In fact, people liked it, I guess. In fact, one critic liked the show so much that he said that Barney deserves a Purple Heart. So I guess that means we should shoot Barney first, because that's the only way you get a Purple Heart. And finally, a second blood test of John Bobbitt, he's back in the news again, indicates that John Bobbitt is in fact the father of a 16-month-old child, conceived during an affair. Yeah, pretty steamy. Yeah. And the mother is suing now for child support. Now, of course, Bobbitt, he denies that he denies accusations that he neglected the child. He says, no, that's not true. I didn't neglect the child. He said he tried to keep in touch, but the relationship got severed. So he just couldn't do it anymore. And don't go anywhere. We got a great show for you tonight. We have got Anne-Marie Johansson, the card house lady, will be here. And also Sonny and Cher. So don't go anywhere. We got a great show for you. Be right back on the Useless Talent Show.
Everyone has their own idea of a hero.
Magic Johnson.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Mr. Neil.
My hero, Gloria Stefan.
Martin Luther King. Mr. Hope.
These are teachers, but to the kids they've reached, they're heroes. They've given them hope. They've given them choices. They've changed their lives.
Well, the children are the heroes.
The most fulfilling thing is watching a child succeed.
I just like to help them make their dreams come true.
Teachers have the power to wake up young minds, to be heroes, to make a difference. Reach for that power. Teach. If you want to make an impact on our future, call 1-800-45-TEACH.
Mr. Wilkins.
Mrs. Eisenhardt.
Mr. Adler.
Be a teacher. Be a hero.
All right, welcome back to the Useless Talent Show. And right now, we got a special, amazing, exclusive treat for you. Yeah, we do. We have Sonny and Cher reunited in the studio right here tonight. Yeah, they're going to be singing their famous rendition of I Got You, Babe. So please welcome Sonny and Cher.
They say we're young and we don't know. We won't find out until we grow. Well, I don't know if all that's true, 'cause you got me, baby, I got you. Hey, I got you, babe. I got you, babe. They say our love won't pay the rent before it's earned. Our money's all been spent. I guess that's so we don't have a plot, but at least I'm sure of all the things we got. Babe, I got you, babe. I got you, babe. I got flowers in the spring. I got you to wear my ring. And when I'm sad, you're a clown. And if I get scared, you're always around. Don't let them say your hair's too long. I don't care what got you, babe. I 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 got you, babe.
Sonny and Cher on the Useless Talent Show. We'll be right back after this. Don't go anywhere.
The air dances with the waters, brings the rain that feeds the land. The land gives the water boundaries, the animals a home. The animals, they keep the land from being lonely, fill the air with song. All life dances together.
In a world so connected, choosing one environmental cause can be hard.
All life sings together.
Now there's EarthShare, 40 of the world's most respected environmental charities working under one name. To find out how you and your company can help, call 1-800-MY-SHARE.
All life lives, or doesn't, together.
In just 5 years, 2 dogs can multiply to more than 300. In just 5 years, 2 cats can multiply to over 12,000. If you haven't spayed or neutered your pet, you're part of the problem. This problem. Every month, unwanted dogs and cats like these and a million more like them across America will be put to death. The solution: spay or neuter your pet before it produces a litter. It's that simple. Be part of the solution. Call 1-800-248-SPAY.
Welcome back to the Useless Talent Show.
Now, David, where am I supposed to be looking?
Hold on, wait, I have to introduce you.
Oh.
You lost your head. It's our special treat to have with us today Miss Anne-Marie Johansson from St. Paul, Minnesota. Careful.
Now, David, let me...
Wait, I have to explain what you do.
David, look, these have been my family for years. It's such a wonderful experience being here today.
Anne-Marie makes card houses. Houses out of cards.
Now, David, by the end of the day, David's going to have made one, too. All right, David.
Okay.
Now, let me show you. Now, this is the... Oh, dear.
You lost your head. She spent like hours on these houses all the time.
I spent hours on my hair today, too.
It looks very nice.
Now, David, this is the primitive model. This is the kind of model that Winnie the Pooh uses for ER.
Now, how long will it take you to make this?
Oh, David, now, when you're a pro like I am, you can do these in your sleep, honey.
Really? So
yes.
The average time would be like, what, a day?
Oh, David.
For like one of these
for me to make it, or do you mean for someone who's just starting out?
Well, I guess for you to make
it. Well, for me, it would probably take about, 2 minutes or so.
Oh.
So we built several of these because my granddaughter is so in love with Winnie the Pooh, and it's his Eeyore's house. You understand?
That's very
nice. Can you make one of these, David?
Yeah.
Now, I know it's hard. And I know that I've had a lot of training, David. So
I know.
Don't feel bad if you can't do this. I have a lot of faith in you.
Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, okay. I'll try this. Can we get a close-up on this here? I'm going to attempt to make one of those. This one here, the basic model.
You can do it, David. I have the faith in you. No, David. Now try to turn them around a little, David. See, look, like a teepee.
It is different.
Think about the Indians. It's kind of like a little teepee there. Now, don't shake the table, David.
No.
You're going to hurt the other houses. Don't shake the table. David, stand back.
I'm sorry.
Let's move on to the next house. This next house is a very simple... David, move away from the houses, Steve. You're making me so flustered. Now, look, this is the next house here, David. David,
Okay.
Are you paying attention to me?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Now, this is my next house here. This is the next level up. It's kind of like a one-room shack, we call it. This is kind of like what Abraham Lincoln was born in. We are a very patriotic family.
He was born in a car
We are a
house.
very patriotic family. This is where Abraham Lincoln was born.
You know, it looks a lot like it.
Yes.
Too.
Now, moving up to the next model, this is President Clinton's house from Alabama.
All right. Let me try.
Arkansas.
Wait. Let me try and build that.
He's a nice young
Let me
man,
look at
David.
this
He's a
house.
good Southern man.
Let me see this.
No, David, watch out! Now, 'cause my granddaddy passed this down on to me. You know, you be careful.
Well, how long would it take you to make
I'd
that?
probably have a heart attack if anything happened
I'm sorry.
to these.
I don't want to hurt your house.
This model, this is a little more complex. And seeing that it is a model of our president's house, we like to put a lot of time and care into it.
Care?
Now this, yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Now this probably takes about 2 to 3 days to build us one of these.
Just for one of those?
Just for one of those. Now can you guess what this
Wait.
is?
Let me try and build this one.
Oh, all right, but don't shake the table, David.
Can you see this here? Let's get a close-up.
Now, David, you're a nice young man. I wouldn't want to have to hurt you.
I'm going to need some more cards.
Okay, well, here you
going
are.
for it.
Now, be careful with these. These were my granddaddy's.
All right, I will. I'm going for this. Here we go.
Now, David.
Oh, I need more cards. It's
Now,
just taking
You
shape.
need to look, visualize the picture. It's an art, David. You can't just start. You can't. Oh,
I don't
David.
know.
We'll work on it, honey. Now let's move
Try
on. David, let's David. Let's move on to the next house, shall we now?
Okay.
You're a nice young man. I'm enjoying myself here, David.
Okay, good.
You're a nice young man. Now can you guess what this house is? Can you guess?
Robert's Hall.
No, David. No, David. It's the White House. Now, see, the only problem is we had circular columns at one time. My granddaddy sat for hours folding these.
You made circular columns?
Yes, but they collapsed, David. We were on another show quite like this, and they collapsed. So I'd rather hope that nothing like this ever happens on our show.
It'll be fine.
Yes, all right.
I just have to stay.
David, don't you be sneezing now, David. Now move away, honey. Did your mama tell you to cover your mouth? Move along, David. Move out of the way.
I'm okay.
All right.
I'm sorry. I don't want anything to happen to these. I mean, if these should fall, if these houses should fall, this should really be trouble.
That was a close call. Feeling a little faint right now.
I don't know.
Feeling a little faint.
So, okay, careful with don't want to knock over the cards. Let me try and build the White House.
Dear, I lost my hat.
Yeah,
I'm sorry about that, David.
Can you make clothes out of these?
No, we haven't tried to do that, David.
Okay,
These are card houses, not card
Let me
clothes.
try and make I'm going to make a version of the White House.
Yes.
All right, watch the table.
Yes.
Watch the table.
I know.
I'm going to try and make a version of the White House.
Now
it's going to look just like this.
Let me tell you, the easiest thing to do is just picture Bill and Hillary and Chelsea in there, and it just pops up like you wouldn't believe. You just have to believe in America, David. You can do it now. Just believe in America. Just take a few moments. Think about America.
Okay, I can do this.
And you can build it right up. I have the faith in you, David.
I can do this.
Yes. Yes.
White House coming up.
Yes.
Now, you've been doing this for how long?
Oh, my. Since I was a little child, David. I think my granddaddy started me when I was about, since I was about, oh dear. I would say I had to be a little bitty thing, probably about 2 years old. Yes, now, good, that's the corner. Well,
there we go.
Well, that's more like the White House garage, David, but that's just fine.
No,
You're
it's
moving
good.
on it. You're working on it.
I like it.
Yes.
You think that's good?
Yes, that's just fine.
So now, I don't remember, did you tell me how long this would take? This would take
dear.
like what, a year? Well, you had to come here and set it up this morning, right?
Yes, well, we reconstructed each time we moved locations. I'd have to say it took around...
Probably have like a
it can take 3 to 4 days, but if you have it pre-assembled as I do, it probably takes about, somewhere close to about 2 hours to set up.
2 hours?
Oh, dear, I keep losing my hat.
I don't know, but anyway, she's now, actually, you're in the Guinness Book of World Records, I think, for
yes,
the amount of hours spent.
Yes, I am.
Doing absolutely nothing in particular, didn't waste the time, and also making these houses.
That's right, David. Thank you, and I want to say hello to my granddaughter, Betty Sue.
Hi, Betty Sue. Okay, so, oh gosh, what else can we talk about? I guess now, is there any you said these are passed down from your grandfather?
Yes, my granddaddy, yes.
Granddaddy?
Yes,
Is there a difference?
Well, in our family, in the South, that's how it is.
Okay. Well, I don't want to hear any more about your stupid family anyway, really, let's face it. But anyway, let's give a warm round of applause, if you're out there watching, there's no audience, to Miss Anne-Marie Johansson. Very good, very good. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, David.
Very nice. Okay, go ahead and get out of here. The Card House Lady. We'll be right back on the Useless Talent
Oh my
Show.
God, my card houses, David, they're gone. Oh.
Our planet's rainforests are burning. Every day, 96,000 acres of precious tropical rainforest are burned to the ground. A forest the size of a football field is burned every second. Less rainforest means less rain, less oxygen for all of us to breathe, and an even greater threat from the massive devastation of global warming. Rainforests occupy only 2% of the Earth's surface, yet these lush forests support over half our planet's wild plants and trees, half our world's wildlife, sources providing 1/4 of today's medicines and 70% of the plants found to have anti-cancer properties, plus the keys to unlocking tomorrow's cures. When these rainforests go, gone forever are the rare plants, animals, and cultures that call them home. That's why this wanton destruction must stop now. It's time to stop the burning. It's time to stop the bulldozers, and that's why we need your help. Right now, you can join the National Arbor Day Foundation, the world's largest tree planting environmental organization, and support rainforest rescue to help stop the destruction, to protect the planet's threatened tropical rainforest. When you join, you will save 2,500 square feet of the irreplaceable rainforest. For the future of our planet and for future generations, call toll-free to join. Your call will mean that the wildlife, plants, and people that abound there will not be lost forever. That you can do something positive to stop this senseless destruction. When you join, 2,500 square feet of tropical rainforest will be preserved in your name. While I've been talking, a forest the size of 20 city blocks went up in smoke. You better call now.
Hi, welcome back to more of the Useless Talent Show. And now, for the second time ever in history, we have got, reunited at last, Sonny and Cher. Or Cher and Sonny, it depends who's boss nowadays. But anyway, they're here again for us in the studio. They're going to do their not-so-famous rendition of their song, C'est La Vie. So please welcome Sonny and Cher, or Cher and Sonny, or whoever they are. There they are.
Sing C'est La Vie, and soon you will see your cares will be free. Just sing C'est La Vie. I once knew a man who owned a butcher shop. He also had apartments to rent up on top, but he didn't include on the sign that he painted no pets. And the tenant who rented had 6 hungry dogs he regrets. But he said, when things go wrong, just sing this song. The birds in the tree will sing harmony. Sing C'est La Vie, and soon you will see your cares will be free. Just sing C'est La Vie. If you think the old woman who lived in the shoe had it bad, the story of Mrs. Pierre is 10 times as sad.
Wow, poor woman.
With 22 children, a duck and 2 goats in the bins, she was gaily informed by a doctor that she's having twins.
she sang?
When things go wrong, just sing this song. The birds in the tree will sing harmony. Sing c'est la vie, and soon you will see your cares will be free. Just sing c'est la vie. And have I mentioned to you the worst one of all? The night Amir and his wife held their annual ball.
Oh, I remember.
The speeches he makes after dinner became quite renowned. But this time he sneezed when he spoke, and his pants they fell down.
But they said,
when things go wrong, just sing this song. The birds in the tree will sing harmony. Sing c'est la vie, and soon you will see your cares will be free. Just sing c'est la vie.
c'est la vie.
Oh boy, what a treat that was. Cher and Sonny, or Sonny and Cher, on the Useless Talent Show. Don't go away, we still got some show left, so come on back.
My name is Smokey Bear, and this is my home. A place for you to play, as long as it's not with matches. Only you can prevent forest fires.
Well, that's going to do it for this week's edition of the Useless Talent Show. I want to thank all of you out there for tuning in. Make sure you tune in next week, of course. I want to thank Scott Snyder and Adrian Davis for being here, taking part in the Sonny and Cher renditions. They were absolutely breathtaking. Really, they certainly were. And also I want to thank Anne Marie, the card house lady. I sort of want to apologize for what happened. We did everything we could to prevent the houses from falling down, but sometimes fate is funny that way. But anyway, tune in next week, Tuesday, 9 o'clock. See you then.
This has been a Mike Maloney production.